kid, so he couldn't make it today, so I'm going to sub for the introductions. Mary Carmen Marcos is going to tell you where she's from, because I hadn't heard of her university before, so I figure some of you guys might not know it either. And this is her first talk in English. You can do it in either English or Spanish, I guess you can choose. She offered graciously to do it in English for us for the first time, so I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, when I arrived to the UNC 2 months ago, I never mind on being on this side of the room. So thank you for inviting me to this talk, and thank you for coming. Today, I will present first my university, because most of you don't know. Pompeu Fabra University is a new university, only 15 years, and it's in Barcelona. It's a public university, and we haven't got the information science school. We don't have, but we are 6 people in the librarianship and information science department, and we teach 2 other degrees. I teach, for example, in translation studies, in audiovisual and journalism, advertisement studies inside our university. So our classes are not very deep in information science, because our students are in the degree first year. So they are freshman, sophomore, but not master degree. So we have in Pompeu Fabra University, we have 2 master degrees, and we teach specifically information science in the master degree. One of them is digital information science, and it's an online master, and we have been teaching on this master for 10 years. And the other one is new. We will start this month in November. It's a master degree about search engines, marketing, search engine optimization, marketing on the web, this topic. So this is what I do in Spain when I am at my university. And today I want to present you this talk as a topic that has been worrying me for a long time. That is how text and images could work better in information retrieval. Together is better, I think. First of all, I want to show some examples of websites that use visual representation to help to find textual information. I have prepared some slides, but if in some moment of the talk you prefer me to go online and try the system online, we can do it. In the second part of my talk, I will go on the opposite direction, how the text can help us to retrieve images. You can guess that I am talking about surrogates, tags, and this fashion way to describe information. And for finish, the last 15 minutes, I'd like to share with you an experiment that I am doing in Spain, and if you want, ask your collaboration and play together with this experiment. I hope you enjoy this time. So to start, I want to start thinking about senses. Senses. So information is around us, everywhere, every time, and human beings receive information by our 5 senses. We hear sounds, we touch materials, or not, we taste food, flavors, and we smell flowers and different things. But there is one left, sight. Sight is one of the most important sense for us to learn. Sound too. But when we want something to remain through the time, we use writing or drawing, something that can remain for the future. So this talk today, it's about sight and visual and textual information. We have visual cues around us, everywhere, every time. Do you know what is this? This is a geoglyph. In the north of Chile, in Peru, in Australia, in California too, there are some symbols like this. They are figures done with dark stone, and they are placed on the mountain, and we can see these figures from the road. So it's something that Inca or pre-Inca civilization did for communicate something to other people, because it's possible to see it from the way, from the road, but sometimes to communicate maybe with God, because there are some geoglyphs that are in the top of the mountain. It's not possible to see them from the road, and they are so big that you need to go on a plane to see the figure, because they are very big. This is a kind of visual communication, very ancient, very old. But after the time, we have invented other kinds of communication, easier than figures on the mountains. We have written on stones, papyrus, pergamins, paper, books, and digital. Digital has a very big advantage in comparison with other kinds of mediums, that is interactivity and multimedia. With a paper, we don't have multimedia, only text and images. With digital information, we can add sound and movement. We can add nowadays smell or taste. Well, taste. We can try. Text is the most important, I think, the most important way to communicate in a structured learning. But the text can have some visuals, like position. I can go to country road, valley road, tab road, different roads, and we have position on the earth. Or maybe an image is enough to communicate something with a little text and help us to add little information, but the image is the important thing in this case. Or maybe only image. I can say that I am happy, I am sad, I love everybody. I can say different things without text. So my question is how visualization can help us to understand and discover new information. Visualization is a discipline that studies how visuals can help us in two ways: understand easily and create new information. The example of this is graphics. We can have a table, very complex table, but only with a graph we can see trends, we can compare, we can see percentage, we can see evolution. That in a table is very difficult to see trends or some kind of data, and with a graphic it's easier. On the internet, the graphic can be dynamically, can be created dynamically. We can have different kinds of graphics. This is Google Analytics. Evolution, percentage, location in a map, different kinds of information that is easy to see in this way that's in a table. And it changes over the time. This is another kind of graphic, a little more complex than the typical graph. Maybe you know the tree map graphic, some of you. Exactly this is for a stock market. So we have different topics: health, financial, energy, capital goods, different topics. And inside each square there are different companies. And so there are companies that have bought stocks in the market. So the red color indicates that the price of the stocks is going down, and the green color indicates that the price is going up. Erasing. In this square we have Vodafone Group, and we can see that it's not exactly red because we have not very good light, but it should be little right. When it's not red or green, it's more brown, gray, or black. It's because the stocks are maintaining the price, not very up, not very down. And this is the Google. Google is little green. Okay, it's not very clear on this slide. We can go online after if we have time. Maps are with graphics. Maps are the other way to present information. We have very old maps, very inexact maps too, and we have modern maps, and sometimes we have this kind of maps. Who speaks Spanish here? One? Only one? Who speaks French? 1, 2, 3. Who speaks Italian? No? And Japanese? But do you really need to speak or read a language to understand that tomorrow it will be cloudy? No, we don't need. This is a big advantage of graphics. Sometimes with visuals, we don't need to speak a lot of languages to understand the meaning of the presentation. I like a lot this tool. Do you know Chicago crime? Yeah? This is a map, and the data are crossed with a database about crimes committed in Chicago. So we can choose what place, for example, a library, what kind of crimes, in what districts, what data, what time, and we can see different kinds of crime. Crime against a person, against a property, against the society. I think I have this prepared. Yeah. We can choose a lot of different places. Anyone you like to see?
Is the bus line? Like the bus would actually be moving, so it would be.
This one?
Is the bus?
Bus stop or on the bus?
Yeah, bus stop, or would it be on the bus? You know?
CTA? I don't know. What is CTA?
Probably be on the bus or
So
that area, yeah.
Yeah.
Try it, see.
Try?
Yeah.
What kind of crime are you interested in?
Oh my gosh.
Library on the bus. Reception on the bus.
Escape from the bus?
I thought all of them to start with.
Something credible, please, not
All
a
of
bomb.
them.
All of them?
Escape.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine.
There are more.
Yeah. Speed was
Now, let's see a traffic accident, maybe. It's not a crime, I think. It's a crime.
It's not a crime.
Traffic accident. It's not really a crime.
Jerry, you need to have a relational browser and see some numbers next to it so we can know, right?
Yeah.
District. There are the district of Chicago. We can see all districts. And data, the last year, maybe. Doesn't mind. Okay, all the day. We can choose during the day, during the night.
From midnight
Midnight, and it runs between midnight and midnight.
Yeah, one day. Okay,
Every day.
let's see how many crimes.
Well, it doesn't,
It's an exit.
it doesn't run not between
Maybe not.
No?
Wow.
Yeah.
crime.
You
More
need to
crimes.
expand your categories,
Yeah.
perhaps.
It's not
all the
possible.
crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the crimes.
All the different crimes.
All the crimes.
Yeah.
Including rituals.
What crimes?
It's
All
the
the way.
very top one. It's crimes on the bus.
Still no crime.
Wow.
What's the ones that's a crime against domestic society on the bus?
Domestic society on the bus.
Or no,
It's
the
it's
it's
called
a
graffiti.
person
It's
domestic.
Oh, and
graffiti.
there's some that they don't have any color in them.
What's
No,
domestic
think
what's
that
the
other-
sample?
Wow.
So the important is that we have the place, the kind of crime, the time, a lot of information, and we can see more information if we click on And the important for me on this tool is not the crime, is that we can visualize any kind of information we have in a database that has a place to happen, we can visualize on a map. So it's not possible before digital information. It's possible now. Okay. Do you know this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is a picture I took some weeks ago, the old one, and I decided to upload the picture to panoramio.com. Panoramio is a social network, it's similar to Flickr, but it has something that Flickr didn't have until some months or weeks. That is a map. It's a mashup with Google Maps. So I upload the picture, this is the picture, and I try to put the picture exactly on the place. With the satellite, I found Chapel Hill, and with the map, I found where's the picture? I don't see it here. Cameron Avenue, South Avenue. I try to put on the right place. It is not easy, but I could do. And I would like to show Panoramio here. Yeah. If I sign in, I am inside, okay? And I go to my pictures. Where are my pictures? My pictures. I don't know my pictures.
Click on your name, maybe? On your name at the top.
Yeah, do you think so? Yeah, okay. If I click on one of my pictures, I can see other picture around. It's very slow up here. Okay, here we are. I can see that my picture, only with the mouse on the picture, I see where it is located. And I can see what other picture there is around. For me, this application was very useful when I was trying to figure out some months ago how Chapel Hill was. I wanted to see not only the satellite image, I wanted to see picture from other people to know what kind of town are I going in some weeks. And for me, what's very useful, this thing. And another thing I want to do with Panoramio is looking for a place in the world, Barcelona. Barcelona, a lot of Barcelona, Spain. This is Barcelona, and I can see different pictures of the city. I can drag and see where are the most touristic places in the city. I can see that here is the Parc Güell Gaudí. It's the most important thing in Barcelona, I think. And I can see that in my area there are no pictures, no tourists in my neighborhood. I live here more or less. Yeah. Okay, this is Panoramio. Did you know Panoramio? No? Great. Now, do you agree with me in the benefits of having visual clues to see information? Let's move now to how we can retrieve textual information with the help of visuals. When we are looking for a website, a web page, search results on a search engine, we see a list like this, and results don't have relation between them. We can have together different kind of results, and there is a list, sequential list, no relationship between them. There is some search engines that use clustering techniques to put together different information. I am interested in Chile. Okay, Chile. And if I are talking with you, I will say, yeah, because I am interested in this country or in this kind of sauce. Oh, it's not the same. But when we type on a search engine, we don't speak too much. We put one word, maybe two, some people three. We can put a lot of words because we are experts in search engines. But people on the street, if you ask people and you see people searching, they use one word. For a search engine without context, it's not possible to know what kind of, what is the meaning, exact meaning you are looking for. So if I type Chile, I can see here different results about history of the country. But we can see sauces. Chile is the hot pepper Mexican sauce. So here, as the country has so many results and they are very relevant, the sauce Chile will be very very far from the first results, and it will be difficult to localize to see this kind of results. With the clustering, we can see different topics inside Chile, and we can browse and search in an easy way the database. This is Vivissimo, but there are different tools like Ibuji, Jaguar, but Jaguar the car or Jaguar the cat, or Clasti is the same, they work the same way. Paris, the city, the town, city, or Paris Hilton. Maybe I am interested in the affairs of Paris Hilton, as a lot of people. We can refine the search with these clusters on the left side. But it's not very visual, this one. I consider that there is a kind of visualization because it's not only the list. We have different topics and we can click on the plus sign and see these other subtopics inside. It's a kind of visualization, but not very visual. This one is very visual. Do you know WebBrain? No? Some people yes, some people no. WebBrain is a gather the database from Open Directory project. Open Directory project, ODP, is like Yahoo directory. It's a directory in what people, human beings, select the best web pages and sort or classify in different topics. So this is a visual representation of the main topics of ODP directory, and this is dynamic. Every time we click on one term, for example, arts, something happens. Arts is in the middle now, and the other terms around are broader terms, if they are. In this case, is the first, is the main, so we have not broader term. We have narrow terms, related terms. It's like a thesaurus, the structure, hierarchical. So we can browse more. So we have the broader term, arts, inside, narrow terms, related terms, and we have on the bottom results related with this category, exactly this. And this is the same as in ODP directory. And this is more visual. So you need the Java machine installed in your computer to work with this. And this is Car2. Car2 is very visual. It's a map with relationship about results. This is it's a search engine that has not a crawler, So Car2 borrow the results from other search engines and present information in this kind of map. We can try online too. Car2. So I have thought about John Travolta. It's a French website. Car2 is done by French people. It's not new, Car2. I think it exists. It has existed for maybe 10 years. It's not very new, and the interface has changed a lot of times, but always with this actor. I don't know how to say. So we have here the John Travolta results, and the advantage for Car2 is that we can see different topics, biography, and we have some lines to say that this and this and this are about biography. But we can see films, filmography, this and this. We can see something about movies that is similar to filmography, and his life. It's automatic. So if a team of people do it, life and biographies together, movie and filmography too, but it's absolutely automatic. Oh, I like because we can see results, relationship between results. And this is Grokr. Grokr is visual too. It's a search engine that borrow information from Wikipedia and Yahoo. The presentation can be in a list, outline view, or a map. If we choose the map option, we see the results in a circle with other circles inside. And inside each one, there are different topics too, until we arrive to one page, and the page is one result. Let's see online too, because it's more clear online than with the slide. American history. This is one of the problems with visualization. That is not so fast as text. I don't think a user is waiting for 10 seconds to the results. We want click and have the information, not waiting. I'm not sure what is happening.
Did you mean American? See,
Yeah.
maybe you
Yeah.
needed an Anna.
American history. But my example were US history. No, but it should work. We can see the PowerPoint waiting for the... Yeah, I selected this circle, and then I had the circle with a zoom, and inside the zoom I selected one of them. Only with the mouse over I can see information about the resource, and if I like I can click, and I have Wikipedia and the document, complete document if I want. No, it's not working, so what today? Okay. Never mind. And this is Live Plasma. If you like movies and you like music, you can find like recommendations, because for example I like a lot Creedence Clearwater Revival, So I search for this group. Do you like them? Yeah? It's not new. And I can see that people that bought this music, they also bought Neil Young or Pink Floyd or The Who, the Rolling Stones, very new groups, all of them. So how is it working this system? This is working with Amazon, and if I am not wrong, I think that they see the database of Amazon and see what people is buying, and they can do this kind of relationship. It's working for movies too. Live plasma. I'm sure if I have live plasma. Yeah. Do you like some group in special or a movie director?
Do Spielberg.
Spielberg?
S-P-I-E-L.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-E. You need an I-E.
Where?
Right there, I-E. Yeah.
E.
Both.
E-I or I-E?
Both of them. I.E.
Already.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. This is a director, yeah. Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg is very visual. So we have different films of him, I suppose. Yeah, The Exorcist is from him. Poltergeist. The hair means is the color of the genre. Red is a genre, fiction, or green is I don't know, horror or different genres. And you can add to your favorites and have your list.
Do you know what it means if the certain movies are not connected to the line versus the ones connected to the lines?
Lines
So maybe
are connection, people that have bought something from him, has bought different things.
Okay.
So it's useful for recommendation. If you like something special, you can see what other people has been buying about this. I think it's more clear with music than with directors. But if you know very well the director, you can see similarities. I don't know very much about Spielberg. I'm not sure if these films are all from him.
Only the ones with the purple
Yeah.
bubbles behind them.
Bubble?
The big circles, the purple
The
circles.
purple circles.
Those are his movies. No, all the movies that have the purple circle behind it.
Sugarland Express.
Jones.
Close Encounters.
E.T.
Jumanji?
And Jaws 2 was not.
Not Jumanji.
No.
Once.
But we can like Babel movie. Be patient. It's the problem with visualization is that it's,
As a director.
and you don't have feedback. You don't know what is happening. Not a feedback. You don't know if it's blocked or it's thinking or what is doing. Nothing. Let's go. This is another kind of visualization. I think it's the newer kind of visualization in the last year. It's very popular. This is a tag cloud. We can see the words of a collection. In this case, it's a text, complete text. It's the speech of Obama some months ago, and we can see the more frequent words used by him in his speech. He spoke about generation, people, America, today, work. We can see trends in a speech. I think it's very visual, this kind of map, because we have alphabetically the order, but we have big words for frequent words. So it's useful like a visualization technique. And this is the the more popular visualization we have in the web 2.0. In all kind of social networks, we have this kind of visualization. This one is from my picture in Flickr, so you can see where I have been in the last month. I have been in Washington, Manhattan, New York, North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and it's more. You can see what I have been doing. Halloween. Where are pumpkins? Pumpkins? Yeah, you can see the evolution of some pictures, but only the things that we want to show to other people. And this is a bias. It's not all my life here. It's only what I want to show. I have more secrets. Yeah. Anyway, until now we have seen example of visual representation to retrieve text documents. Let's see two different ways to retrieve images, from other images and from textual surrogates. The first one I like to show is like. Gary knows like, maybe some of you, do you know like? Do you like shopping? Women? Do you like shopping? Yeah. When you arrive to a store, I think it's more for women than for men, at least in Spain. We like shopping, women. So we go to a store, we select a jacket, we love the jacket, but before buying, we ask to the person that works on the store, do you have something similar but in red? I like blue, yeah, but I would like to see something similar. And this person helps you to find something in red. But you buy the blue one. But you want to see before buying. Like help us to find similar objects. Imagine that you like this shoe, this green shoes. Do you like? Maybe not. And before buying, I want to see something similar. But something similar in what? Something similar in color, something similar in the shape, or something similar in the pattern. I can choose what kind of similarity I want. I am to choose that the shape is the important thing for me, because I love this shape. The color is not important. I can buy another color, and the pattern is not important neither, in this case. So we have these other three shoes, similar to this one, and I can choose between them. This is, for the user, is only visual similarity, but Gary thinks that there are some words behind, but there's something behind. For the user, the user want to find something similar. If there are words or not behind, it's not important for the user. It's important for us because we want to see behind and we study information retrieval. But for the user, the only important thing is that the system helps him to find similar objects.
Do you know what information they store to make those decisions about likeness? Like,
That's what we were debating.
Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to go add some metadata to make those decisions.
Well, she's claiming no, I was claiming yes. That's why I said there's words behind it.
They don't explain.
Yeah.
When you poke around, it actually looks like that. There really are sort of visual, content-based. Yeah.
Let's see online. This is for men. What's the name of this?
Sure.
Sure. The color is very important for us. The shape is not important, and the pattern, more or less. So we have different shirts.
You might be able to tell the URL on that. So.
If I say that, do you see that there are straights and there are another kind of pattern? If I say that the pattern is very important for me, but the color is not important.
I want to pay $119 for a shirt.
I don't want to pay a lot for this map.
In that case, would the pattern be the type of shirt, or would it be the stripes?
Pattern is the stripes.
So it's okay. So it could return, but it is returning you this button-down Oxford type shirt versus this one Oxford.
But now we have different colors, but the same pattern is straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's only for clothes, this store. But if you can try it, I recommend to see how it works because it's interesting. It's different from other kind of search engines. And now, the last part of my talk is about how images can help us to how can use text to retrieval images. Nowadays, the only way to retrieve images is with text. There are some research about how to find similarity between images. FEN is working on this in this way. It's trying to see similarities between videos, but it's a very new research. So the most common way to find images is from the text behind. If I search for Diane Kelly, she's not here today, it's a pity. So I am searching for Diane Kelly in Yahoo Images, and the system retrieves a picture from her. Because we have Kelly and Diane on the name of the file. But not only this, we have some text around the picture with these words. If this file was named Picture 01, and we didn't have this text around the picture, it's impossible for Yahoo Images or Google Images or any one of them to retrieve the information. But if we do this other search, Sales Faculty UNC, we have different people from this faculty. How? Because we don't have the name of the faculty here. It's because the text around. It's the only way, it's the context who helps Yahoo Images to find results. In a more structured way, we have the collection database, picture collection like Getty Images. They have lots of facets. There are people that work in the surrogates, indexing contents. They choose different keywords. Do you know what is this? Who has been ever in Barcelona? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you seen there before?
Is that Gaudi?
It's one of the Gaudi houses. It's Batlló house. So we have here Spain, Catalonia, Barcelona, Casa Batlló, night. And we have lots of keywords. Vertical, outdoors, architectural, night, illuminated, travel, Antonio Gaudí, photography, exterior, no people. We have different facets. It's not the same that we have in this other kind of collection. This is Flickr collection. In Flickr we don't have structured tags, structured keywords, but we have lots of people tagging. In Getty Images there are a little team with the keywords, but here we have thousands of people. This is a schema about the web 2.0 nowadays and the web before. What I think about this kind of web is that people is closer than before. Some years ago, a normal reader, not us, a normal reader never is an author, or it's very difficult for a reader or a user on the internet to become an author. And authors publish, but they are not webmasters. And webmasters are not necessarily computer engineers. And every person has a role on the schema. Nowadays, it's so, thanks to the development of tools, that usability has arrived to some applications. Some readers can, by self, going to become an author. An author sometimes are his own webmaster, and webmasters have more skills to do something that before only computer engineers could do. So I think the schema is the same, but it's closer to everybody. And this is an advantage of the Web 2.0. But the tag revolution has arrived. I can tag my picture, my bookmark, my video, my post. All I upload, I can tag it. I can tag this picture with 2 tags, Patagonia and Chile. But not only me, you can tag my picture if you want. And a person can tag with penguins, Magdalena Island. And another person can tag with Humboldt penguin. And another one in Spanish, pingüinos, pingüino de Humboldt, Isla Magdalena. We can have different tags, different languages, and all the collection of tags made by everybody is a folksonomy. It's the collection of tags. The folksonomy can be very big with lots of options, lots of tags. And we can see what is the topic more relevant for people. This is from Delicious, and people is bookmarking about programming, Linux, Mac, Google, software, JavaScript, very computer, no? very informatics. But they are talking about art, design, music. We can see trends. Before tagging, we could distinguish between classification, to put something inside a place, or indexing, specify the topic. Before tagging, terminology was controlled, and relations were hierarchical, sometimes, or not ever, and it were experts who did this work. Now in tags, this is very different. Classification and indexation are mixed. In the same picture, we can put a very general word and a very specific word all together. Terminology is not controlled. Relations are absolutely a chaos, it's multidirectional, and anyone does it. Is successful in this kind of services because it's very easy, it's spontaneous, it's natural. So people do it. If it was very difficult, people didn't do it. So the successful is because it's easy. But there are a lot of barriers for searching. People use synonyms, misspelling, different languages, and they belong to different cultures. So we have a lot of tags that are not, it's not order, it's a chaos of tags with a lot of searching barriers. We can have sea and mar, English and Spanish, agua, water, the same. We can have singular and plural, polysemics, homonymous. And if you search by one of these words, you are missing the other picture with another language or another word, synonym. So I am wondering how the skills of a person in a language is affecting to the search process. If a native speaker tag this picture and a foreign language speaker like me do the same in English, how is the correlation? Is very similar or not? And if these people belong to different cultures, different continents, different countries, what happens is more separated, the kind of tags they are using. I am doing an experiment in Spain with another teacher, and we want to compare people tagging a collection of pictures. So we have people in 6 countries that they speak Spanish like his mother language, tongue language. We have English people, English language for people that are Spanish, Chinese, and 0 in the States. But I hope after this talk you collaborate with your students and ask them to tag some pictures. We want to try to with Chinese people. Fen, I will talk with you after. if this is possible to have some people tagging in Chinese. We have the interface prepared for Chinese people. And we have, of course, Catalan, because in Barcelona, Catalan is official language. And my university speaks Catalan. So this is the countries. One language is countries in Spanish. We have 241 people that have tagged yet now. And for English, we want to have 100. In Spain, we are almost on the quantity. For China, we want 100. We have 26 in English. And from the US, I hope in 1 month I will have 100. Yeah. Before people start tagging the picture, we ask them some demographic data, the name, email, the age, man, woman, nationality. And we want to know if they have been using the internet for a long time, how many hours that usually they spend on the net, only to have some profiles after. There are the 10 pictures we have for them. These pictures are from Flickr, and they have something in common, is that you can see something on them, objective, but you can feel something. They are pictures that can make on you some emotion, some feeling. It's because we ask them to put tags about what do you see on the picture. I see hands, I see army, uniform, sun, yeah, sun, greeting, okay. But what do you feel, or what do you think that people can feel with this picture? Peace, agreement, encounter, treaty, choose, union, concord, accordance. Okay. Why? Our hypothesis is that in this kind of tags, people can agree more than in this kind of tags, because different cultures have different feelings about emotions. So this is our hypothesis, and we don't know yet if this is true or not. We are trying to compare. And after tagging, we ask them what picture was the easiest and why, and what picture was the most difficult and why. We want to know too if they have been using Flickr, YouTube, or Delicious, only visiting them or tagging in them, to know if they are people with more experience. And this is we have no time. I wanted you to do some exercise and try in 2 groups to tag something and compare, but we have no time because there are only 3 minutes left. But if you want, this is online. I can send you in an email the address. The profile for people doing this are students. All the 400 people that we have are students, undergraduate in Spain, Mexico, Chile, etc. So if you have some students that you think they are happy to participate, we can't pay, but it's only 15 minutes and they can do it at home, and we receive this on the database and we analyze. I hope in January we will have some results. So I think I have finished. Let me see. Yeah, I only want to do something. I want to take a picture.
How will you tag
Should we
the picture?
applaud?
Yeah. It's not for Flickr, it's for me. And we speak about visualization. I want to have a picture. Okay. So I don't know if you have any question more. Or...
Have you thought about how you would try to do the analysis to say, with the emotion that is more different by culture than the... Statistics, seeing results inside a country and then between countries. Are you going to try to analyze the words and group them into concepts, or kind of trying to assess what
Words.
you're playing?
The words.
So just number of unique tokens. The number of unique words in each of those columns, but somehow you want to be able to weight by the total number of words, or you just...
They can put between 4 and 10 words on each column. Minimum 4, maximum 10. And we can weight, ponderate the number of times that word has appeared inside a set.
Are you going to cluster the words?
Yeah,
And put
cluster
like, you know,
them.
all the happy words together and the...
Yeah, we are going to work with clusters. Only words, then words in clusters. We want to see inside a group, one language, one country. One country, different languages. Spain, we have people in Spanish and English. And between cultures, Argentina and Spain, Argentina and Chile, maybe they are closer than Spain. Or we have lots of data to work with. If you have ideas, please send me an email to implement it. So.
Any more questions? Make sure you hang around maybe for a few minutes for people that might want to talk to you some more. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming.